Yep. Gold Gang, man. You see it, Gold Gang for real. So, yeah, one of my favorite drinks is the Gold Niners hat. This is exactly like the one I had on Sunday, except this is Niners, the other one is Eagles. And yeah, I don't remember who dropped the comment about how I was wearing the gang green colors on Sunday. But yeah, you already know. He was like, yeah, I know you had to have a San Fran shirt or something on under it. Man, I had on San Fran drawers and everything.
How you doing?
Hi, how you doing? I didn't let none of the Eagles stuff touch my body directly. Can't do that, man. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, normally in season I don't wear nothing but Niners. But you know, Sunday was, man, my shoe keep coming untied. Yeah, Sunday was a special occasion. So, you know, commemorate, man. The hustler was home. The hustler came home, so that was a big deal. You know, show love. Went to school out there. I'm from here, right across the bridge. You know, I got an arm like Uncle Rico too. I got the ball right here. Y'all know Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. How much you want to make a bet I could throw this ball clear over them mountains? ah, Napoleon Dynamite. Nah, but so yeah, man, my shoe, geez Louise, man, starting to get frustrating. I think I need the Velcro joints so I don't have to tie them no more. But yeah, so you know I love interacting with the people. Oh yeah, jersey of the day. Yeah, how hard is this? Krosky Tart. This is a game jersey. This dude is about to have a breakout game on Sunday versus the Rams. Niners versus Rams preview coming up. I'll be doing that again either later today or if I don't get to it tonight, you have my word, man. I got you. Or tomorrow, the day before. I got to be at work dumb early tomorrow too. But yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah, it was Monday to Friday, but Monday to Saturday, man, I'm with it. More time on the clock, whatever, man. It's life. But yeah, so I like to you know interact with the people and everything. Yo, hot tub, man, you just won't stop, will you? It's starting to get to the point where it's starting to feel like an obsession, bro. You're not going to flip me. You can't talk me out of or into anything, bro. Yes, I broke the lyrics down. Yes, I broke the rounds down. That's how I watch battle rap. That's how I've been watching it. The same way I broke down all of the other battles that I've ever spoken about. And you've always commented, yo, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, that's right. You know, bars back in battle rap and all of that. You always commented and showed love and appreciated my expertise. And I was just smart and I knew how to break bars out. I knew how to break bars down then. But now all of a sudden, I guess I just forget. Or I just turn stupid. Or just overnight. Overnight, I turned stupid. I've been smart all this time, but now I'm done. You're saying things and it's like you're trying too hard, bro. You're trying to find these different angles and different ways to say it, and then you just say, oh, you never really answered my original question. Yes, I did. You just don't like the answer. You just don't like it, and I can't help that, bro. Again, how about you answer my question? What is your motive? Are you looking for him to reach out to you? Are you looking for him to say your name? Are you looking for a job? You want to be on the street team? You want to be a promoter? What is it? What is it? But you're trying very hard. Any other battle that we've spoken about, if I'm breaking down, you know, Sue Surf versus Tay Rock, when I say what I say is, yo, yeah, Jers, yo, you hit the nail on the head, you right again. And we're always on the same page, but right now it's different. So now I'm some type of way. No, I'm not saying I want some I want it to go to some ignorant street stuff or I want him to do what these other battle rappers been doing. I've been speaking against that too. He doesn't have to though. Then you ask, "Oh, so you're going to compare those rounds to stuff with beats?" Yes. Everything. Not all of his freestyles or bars or anything came with beats. It's not about the beat. It's not about the beat. And again, think a little bit bigger. It's not about this just specific battle. Listen, I can show the text messages from him and what I said to him before the battle, like, yo, this about to be a beautiful death, or what's the approach? And I was like, yo, I want it bloody, bro. I want it bloody. Like just dirty, filthy. And I gave examples of what I meant by that. But I say this when I'm breaking down sports. Like whenever people are getting into conversations about the greatest ever or the greatest all time, right? Like Tom Brady, for instance, because I'm going to be doing a little piece on him after I do T.O., Garrison, Hurst, and everything, and where Tom Brady fits. Is he really the greatest of all time? Or we can do the same thing with LeBron James or any athlete. But I say this all the time. The moment you start talking about a player in any sport or an entertainer or whatever, when you start to say, the moment you say he's one of the best all time or he's one of the greatest all time, at that very moment, you now have to compare him to everybody else. And now you have to be able to reasonably, in your mind, you have to know the game well enough to be able to infer some things and put it in this kind of situation. Like, okay, if he played in this era or under this circumstance, how would he fare? So in the case of Tom Brady, he had a great career in his era. How would Tom Brady do in the 1960s versus the Purple People Eaters defense? How would he do against the 85 Bears? How would he do against Gang Green in the early 90s? Reggie White, Jerome Brown, all of those guys. How would he do in an era of football where you were allowed to hit the quarterback? Quarterbacks used to get punished. So when you do that with him, we have examples of how he played when he was under pressure as a quarterback. When people could get a pass rush on him. What's going on, bro? When people could get a pass rush on him. We have examples of that. I used it earlier, man, with the Ravens earlier on in Tom's career. His first few playoff runs. The opponents, they knew that all they had to do was pressure him, and they could completely neutralize Tom Brady. And they did do that. And a lot of times when they did that, they won, unless Bill Belichick's defense was great enough to outplay the other team. So that's why I said, even when you look at Brady's first 3 rings, it wasn't like he was just head and shoulders above everybody. But when you start calling him the greatest of all time, you have to be able to reasonably put him in every other circumstance. Same thing with Barry Sanders. I feel like Barry's the best all time. The one in the conversation with him, of course, is Jim Brown, because of how great Brown was. And not to take anything away from Jim Brown, but when Jim Brown was playing, he was one of the biggest dudes in the league. So he's like the same size as the lineman, the defensive lineman, but he's much faster than them and stronger. So what is a DB going to do with him? So when you place Jim Brown in another era where the defenses and everything are just as big and strong and fast as he is, you have defenders that are his size and his strength or whatever. Is he going to be successful? Yes, because he's great, but it's not going to be to the degree that he was during his era in his career. But Barry Sanders, you put him on any team in any season from 1920 to 2019, and he's going to do what he did. He was in a very bad situation in Detroit for most of the years he played. So, but I think back, okay, so what if you put Barry on that Cleveland Browns team back in the 60s and 70s? Well, he's still Barry. They still wouldn't be able to touch him. So that's what I'm saying, man. But with Cass, I'm comparing him to Cass. I'm comparing him to himself. Everything that I've ever heard, and you know why I'm doing that? You know why I did that with this battle in particular? Because before the battle, what he was saying was, against Goods, against Diz, I was at like a 5. Goods, I was at like a 6. Now I'm going to be at like a 9.5 by the time the battle, and that was like a month before. And so by the time the battle gets here, I'm going to be at like a 10. And then he went on to explain exactly what he meant by that, because people were saying, so you talking about you were at like a 5 or a 6, and they were trying to say he was at like a 5 or a 6 in battle rap period with all the battle rappers and where battle rap is. And he's like, nah, when I say I was at like a 5 or a 6, I was talking about being at a 5 or a 6 of my capabilities, but now I'm at like a 9, 9.5 of my capabilities. So what does that mean to me? Okay, I have to take the very best of what I've heard him ever say. And then when he says I'm at a 9, 9.5, and I'll be at a 10, at that very moment, my thought process right now is, okay, he's at the very best that he's ever been. This is going to be the best that we've heard from him, period. No matter whether it was a song or a freestyle with a beat or without a beat. As a matter of fact, it's harder to rap on a beat than it is to just rap. In battle rap with no beat, it's easier because you're not confined. You're not confined to the bounces, man. You're not confined to the stanzas. You have a very limited number of words and things you can say within the box of a beat. But that's why a lot of these battle rappers are trash on beats, because they haven't figured it out. They cool when they don't have a beat because they can just say whatever, doesn't have to really rhyme. Mr. Info Philly, man, shout out to him. He broke down what people were saying is the best of Rum Nitty, his best round, his best battle and all of that. He broke it down. It wasn't even rhyming half the time. You put him on a beat, it's going to be garbage. They don't know how to ride beats well. It's a handful of them that can effectively or make music well at all, because the beat is like a prison to them. It's very rare that people can do both, and Cass can do both, man. We've seen them. So you're trying very, very hard to make me. This is what you're basically saying. Not even basically. This is what you're saying. You're saying either I have to change what I'm saying and say that, yeah, yo, it was just he was at a 9, 9.5, 10 of his capabilities. That's disrespectful to me. For you to say that those rounds that we heard from him is the very best he can do, you're disrespecting him while you're trying to while you're trying to suck up to him. You disrespecting him. To tell him and tell the world that was him at his best is disrespectful, because it wasn't. It wasn't. And again, maybe that's just to me, man. We all have preferences and everything. I don't know how much of his stuff that you've heard over the years, but I've heard it all from the beginning, because I'm a fan and I listen to his stuff because he's dope. But yeah, my bro, stop it, man. Stop it. So the ultimatum that you're giving me is, all right, so I either have to agree with what you're saying and say what you say, or I can't talk about it anymore, or I'm not qualified. I'm no longer qualified to speak about it, because that's what you didn't even imply it. That's what you're saying when you say, oh, you got to look at the bars and you got to break them down. Like, I ain't been doing that since before I even heard of you, before I even picked up a camera phone and pressed play. That's what I've been doing. Before I even been watching battle rap, that's what I've been doing. I'm a hip hop head. I've been doing that. I'm a lyricist dude. Come on, man. Come on. Dudes like me who praise lyricism, that's what I do, is break down the lyrics for so many different reasons and so many different aspects of the lyricism. It's not just one aspect to it. It's a whole lot. Content and everything. How you doing? It's what you say, how you say it, everything, man. It's a gumbo, and there's so many different aspects to it. But yeah, so you're being disrespectful right now. While you think you're trying to praise or suck up to him or whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're actually disrespecting that man, bro. I'm the one that's respecting him. I'm the one that's showing real love right now. Like I said earlier, man, it's people like you. It's people like you that I hope I never get famous, because if I do, I don't want people like you around me, man. You're going to let me just do whatever. And you're never going to check me. You're never going to... Nah, bro. I can do whatever, and you will be out there if I pull you under the wing and you know, whatever, let you have some type of contact with me. You're gonna say whatever you think I want to hear.
A yes man.
A yes man, and I'm not that, bro. I'm not that. Never been. You see, that's what I mean. You thought I was playing. You thought I was just saying that just to win debates with people in my comments when they would try to say, "Oh, you're just Cassidy stands. You don't care about battle rap." And I told y'all, no, bro. I love battle rap. That's what it's about to me. And he won that battle, and this is the bars, and this is how he won. When I break everything down like that, that's what I've been doing. But I wasn't just saying that just to try to get them off my heels. Nah, bro. I'm not a Cassidy stan, bro. I'm a Cassidy fan. That's a fact. But I'm not a stan of nobody. I'm not a respecter of persons in that way. And again, I condemned the individuals who do move like that because we've seen them do it. The battle rap media titans, we've seen them do it. We've seen them come in the game just being as honest as they possibly could. Even in situations where we would disagree with them about whether something was dope or not, they were 100% open and free with criticism, whether it's constructive, destructive. Let's go back toward the, whether it's constructive, destructive, whatever, but they were open and honest. Then they started getting interviews with these guys. They started having these battlers and league owners, and they started getting these people's numbers, and you know, they could get them on the show, or they were going to these battles and they were able to see them and talk to them, and they knew who they were, and they'd say what's up, and they started liking that. So they would hold back with some of the things that they would say. But that's selfish. That's selfish, because what that means is you're more concerned about you and what you can get out of something than you are about just being honest. What does that say about you, bro? I honestly hope, man. That's the thing about the internet. You never really know who you're speaking to. I hope if you're over 15, 16 years old, you got some evaluating to do. You have to evaluate yourself in your life, bro. And I mean that respectfully, but I mean that honestly and openly. You really do. Do you think you riding for him right now? You think you're helping him right now? Is that what you think? You got this whole plan, and you want to be... Nah, bro. I'm riding for him right now. I've been riding for him, and I ain't gonna stop. And I'm not gonna stop. But this is riding for him, bro. I'm one of the main ones that been taking shots. People shooting at me because of him. And I'm with all that. I still stand on what I stand on. Regardless or despite who feels a way about it or who felt the way about it. You saw what they were saying about me, what they continue to say. I don't even listen to it or watch it no more, man. I don't care what these weirdos think. I don't care. I don't know them. They don't know me. But you're not going to take me off my square. You're not going to make me... Nah, bro. It's just not going to work, man. It's not going to work. Now, I would definitely have to take a step back and just look at and evaluate myself and my motives in this situation. You know how easy it would be for me to simply focus on nothing else but, okay, this is what I really feel. Cassidy beat Arsenal in their battle, in the lockdown battle between Cassidy and Arsenal. Cassidy won that, and we could break down all of the bars one by one, and we can say both of their bars, and we can count and everything. But at the end of the day, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to get to that, but there's a bigger and more important message right now, because that was not Cassidy at a 9, 9.5, or a 10. It wasn't, yo. It just wasn't, man. So for you to be doing what you're doing right now is sending the wrong message to a lot of different people, but it's sending the wrong message to the people that it counts, that it matters to. Sending the wrong message. Now you want to challenge my expertise, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But again, that can't hold weight now when it's coming from people who already said, yo, you articulate yourself well, you're smart, you definitely know battle rap, you know hip hop history, you definitely clocked in. So if you're already on record saying that, whether it's in a comment, in other blogs, on other people's channels and all of that, you can't try to take that back now. Well, I mean, you can. I can't stop you from doing that. But that makes you look away. That makes you look away. But here's the thing that I wanted to say. Cass at a 9, 9.5, 10. Freestyle songs, acapella, whatever. Even joints where he would take a picture or something of a notebook of rhymes that he wrote. We didn't even have to hear him from him, but just seeing it on paper. This is what I want to say. With those joints, right? Those crazy joints that made us all become Cass fans in the first place. In the battles that he had before the joints on camera, which, yes, I've witnessed some and all of that. Of course. Y'all try to say that these are not y'all as in hot tub, because you're not one of those haters. But it's people that's trying to say that they didn't count, or they don't matter, or they didn't happen, or they happened, but they weren't against credible people. Nah, he's knocking down a lot of y'all favorite rappers. A lot of that stuff was recorded too, by the way. Talk to Swiss about that. He got a bunch of stuff in the stash. He got verses and stuff in the stash and battles in the stash that we haven't seen or heard, but we know what it is. But with those joints, do you think that there was ever any type of, do you think that anybody on either side, whether it's the rapper or that other rapper's camp, the dude who just got cooked, or his best friend or anything, do you think there was anybody in the camp, the Rough Riders camp, or anything, Larceny family, you think that there was anybody in the camp that had to talk to the other side afterwards, talking about, well, you know, you got to break, like, this is, nah, it was no doubt in nobody's mind. Everybody, we all knew when we heard it. We all knew right off the rip. Yo, there's no question. It's unanimous. This dude killed this other dude. Dude, he's dead. There's no two ways about it. No two ways. Even with the freeway battle, was there anybody from Rockefeller or anything that was saying, yeah, Free got that? Or was there anybody from the Rough Riders that was on the radio trying to tell anybody, well, yeah, now, well, this is how Cassidy won? And nah, because he straight slaughtered them. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. With the, even with the Diz battle, there was a couple of goofies, like Diz himself was trying to say, oh, there's no way you can tell me I lost that, but he knew. He knew from the rip he lost. He said he lost. And it wasn't until after he was getting cooked, like on the internet, that he tried to say, yeah, there's no way you can tell me I lost to that. But he knew. Goods knows he lost. Goods know he got saved by people who just hate this guy and didn't want to see him do well, who wanted to see him die. He knows that. Goods knows. Goods knows that everything has been true from the beginning, that Goods was a fan first, and then Goods was an actual stand. Then Goods even patterned a lot of his stuff, his style and all of that from the Hustler, man, from Cass. But there was no doubt. There was no doubt. And if you recall, that was the deal with this one. Like, nah, yo, this is what it's gonna be. And again, this ain't coming from somebody who's saying, yo, Cassidy lost that. He didn't lose that battle. But the war, though, the battle he lost was the battle between himself. Because when he says he's at a 9, 9.5, 10, he's saying this is the very best of Cassidy right here. This is the best that I can come up with. This is the best that I can do. This is the tippity top, man. This battle right here is bringing the best out of me. And I don't believe that was his best. But that's what you're saying it was. You're saying that Sunday we got the very best that we can possibly get out of this dude, who I personally have examples, a lot of examples from different eras, different periods in his career, where I just personally don't feel like, yeah, nah, it wasn't better than that. It wasn't better than that. So yeah. But yeah, you're not gonna win it. We can debate this live if you want. I'm definitely down to do that. I mean, because you very obviously feel strongly about this, because you're trying to force me to feel the same exact way, and you won't just stop. It's not one of these cases where it's just like, oh, okay, agree to disagree. Because at a certain point, we're debating opinion. We can debate facts all day, I'm with that. But at a certain point, we're debating opinion. But even with my opinion, I told y'all this. My opinions, even when their opinions are based on facts, they're based on certain things. So I can prove exactly what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. Let's see you do it. But yeah, so as a matter of fact, that's what we're gonna do, bro. If you was the next time I see you reply to something, yeah, now you gotta stand on that. We gotta debate this live, and you gotta break this down for me. I'm gonna make you explain yourself. And the first question I have, I'll even give you a peek into the line of questioning. The first question I have is, what's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? What's your end game? What do you want to come from this? You want a position on the street team, or, you know, will an interview suffice, or is that what you're looking for? Is that what you want? Because I can tell you, but this is just from my perspective. Maybe not everybody feels this way. That was dope, bro. For the hustler, man, for Cash, somebody that I've been listening to for 20 years, for him to reach out to me was dope. For him to reach out to me was dope, yo. For him to shout me out on in interviews and all of that, that was dope. And you know what was crazy, and I told y'all this before, what I loved and respected about our interaction more than anything is when we would speak, when we would talk, which we didn't talk every single day, but it was often enough. And like I said, man, it was dope to hit reach out. But when we would speak, bro, he wasn't calling me up on some, yo, Jersey 9, yeah, some battle rap stuff this, battle rap stuff that, yo, URL, or it wasn't, yo, what's good with you, boy? What's good? What you got going on? How's everything going? How's the fam? How you feeling? Yeah, is everything all right? Yeah, I know you had said, you know, that such and such was going on. Is that good? You taken care of? Oh, all right. So he's checking on me. And he never came off to me, never, as no fraud. He never came off as no phony dude. So that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me. I showed him love from the door, but that even solidified it even more. Like, nah, he's a real dude. He's a real dude. If it was just some regular dude, it'd be on some, man, whatever. But nah, man, that was dope, yo. And I'm definitely appreciative of that. Enough for me to treat him like a friend. No, we don't kick it, we don't hang out or nothing like that, but man, it was genuine. Like, the love he showed was genuine. So I'm treating him the way that I would treat a friend, somebody that I genuinely love. I'm with my big brother right now. He's back up from Florida, man. Very, yeah, yeah, this is Wilson. I told y'all, two-man Taylor, home improvement. But, nah, man, I'm excited. So I could lie to my brother about whatever, and he could lie to me. But that's just not how we do things. Same thing with my sisters. I have 3 sisters, man. They don't lie to us and tell us whatever. Sometimes stuff that I had to hear from my loved ones, sometimes it hurt. It hurt. But you know what would have hurt more? If they just lied to me just for the sake of feelings. Nah, man. That ain't love, yo. You think you showing him love with what you doing? Nah, bro. Like I said, first you thought you were doing something positive, or you think you riding for him, or you think that what you're doing is, you think you're being respectful. Nah, bro, you disrespecting him right now. To say that Sunday is the very best that he can do, that he's capable of, you are saying the same exact thing that all of these dudes that have been hating on him saying, all of these bloggers that have been hating, all these other battle rappers that have been hating, saying, yeah, man, he's washed up, yo, he don't belong here, he's not good enough to hang with these dudes, he can't do what they do, and he can't do it to their level, he can't rock with a PG. That's what you essentially saying to him when you say, yeah, that's the best he can do. He's not gonna never write nothing better than that. That's what you saying. You say you just like them, bro. Why you think you respect him, but you're not? You think you're showing him love, but you're actually showing him hatred. You're showing him hatred because you're being selfish right now. Because your mind, your mentality is what you think you can get out of the situation. If you can get a look from that. if you can get a look or a position or a shout, you're looking at how you think you can benefit from saying something instead of looking at seeing a dude who we know has a whole lot more in him. And now I'm not even going to say more, because again, this isn't a case of me wanting to take him or wanting him to take a backward step and be something that he's not, or devolve, or go back. Nah, bro. What he did Sunday wasn't him. That's not like who he is. He took a specific approach. That's all. He took a specific approach, and that approach could have gone over under a different circumstance. It could have gone over differently. But yeah, man. So the skill of rap, the way he put everything together, with the syllabic patterns and the words he pieced up and the way he pieced them up, some of the illustrations he used, he's genius level. He has genius level intellect, bro. We know that. We knew that going into it. That ain't changed. He's by far and away the best rapper. Nobody that they can name can out-rap this guy. From the PGs to the Mount Rushmore to who other people say are maybe the GOATs. You can Mook, Lux, whoever, you name the very best rappers that we've ever seen in battle rap. They cannot out-rap him. I would just hope he used a different approach. So yeah, man, hot tub, bro. This is actually it. This is the last time I'm doing a whole blog addressing anything that you're saying, any of your replies or anything. Hop in the ring, man. Hop in the ring and get under the wing. So we either gonna do this live or we just done. Cause yeah, bro, like I'm wasting brain cells right now trying to transfer them joints into you, but you just don't even want to accept them. But yeah, man, don't come to a battle of the minds unarmed. Dig me? Double bang gold gang, I'm gone.